your bikes and ride.
And what is the future of how we're going to live? And we believe these kind of infrastructures and urban centers and public transportation and, you know, district energy are certainly the future of how we're going to have to live. This was Biddeford textile, and what they made here was electric blankets, and we acquired 18, 17, and 15. There are 3 buildings. Each building's about 360,000 square feet.
North Dam Mill was a textile mill that made electric blankets that Doug is now converting to living spaces and shops, and it's really great.
He's trying to eradicate urban sprawl to make living and working spaces be in harmony.
Now moving in, which this is really interesting stuff, because these are the guys that operated here until 2009. And they took care of their property. And the interesting thing, like I say, the history of this, there's so few of these, not only this big of a facility.
Yeah, what do you use it?
Yeah, we have 1,100,000 square feet. And what you think about it, it's like Empire State Building on its spread out. The thing about this complex opposed to any other, if you kind of bird's eye the river, there's a big S-turn. Most all these cities, Manchester, Lowell, Lawrence, the river runs straight through it. So your mill district gets spread out and it's 5 miles long.
Doug Sanford is an awesome man who's trying to do an awesome thing. He runs the North Dam Mill, and basically he's trying to build a community that kind of runs off the environmental idea of symbiosis, in that he's trying to create a space where people can come and work together, live together, and in that way he has working spaces for people, residential spaces.
He says that there's nothing greener than using a building that's already in place instead of building a new one.
He volunteered at the Community Bike Center, which is a nonprofit that runs both an after-school program and summer camps for at-risk youth.
That is just through our general program. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we're out, you know, promoting bike safety and using bikes as transportation to the beach or to, you know, different swimming spots to get ice cream, to do just the daily stuff that normally, you know, you might use a car for. All of our kids walk or ride. Dressed up to impair my senses, I swear you can kill.
We specifically volunteered with a program called the Bike Doctor, which is a big bike that they ride around, sort of like a portable bike shop, and they stop in different neighborhoods to fix kids' bikes for free.
Bike Center teaches life skills to children. They have 4 rides a week.
They make me feel like a bitterness, but I just feel like an activist, and so I say I will be to lead me into dirty water, treat me bad and beat me hard.
The plant. Now, what's really interesting is that if you look at the origins of that plant, it came out of the 1980s oil crisis, and the idea was that if you could burn trash, you could produce electricity and get yourself away from oil dependency. Yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, there were a lot of things that took place, but anyway, the plant became more problematic than anything else, and of course then the oil crisis went away, and Americans started buying the big SUVs again and all that other stuff. But at least at this point, the community has decided, or will decide hopefully, to purchase and demolish the plant, which in one way solves our major economic issue. On the other hand, it creates the same issue in terms of trash disposal, which everybody has. So what we've done as part of the contract is that Biddeford has voluntary recycling at the moment. So people have to physically bring their recyclables up to a facility, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 miles from here and deposit, which means that many people don't get involved.
Right.
And so starting in 2013, there'll be mandatory curbside recycling. There are other things. The whole objective is to further diminish the amount of trash that we're depositing. I see, that's when I say I see progression and more awareness. What Tammy Acker in the Heart of Biddeford, Doug.
Yeah, we talked about, they're great.
Some amazing people.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is most of them are from away,
Yeah.
and not from around here.
Yeah.
And so they brought a new vitality and a new way of looking at things to the community, and one of those is this whole idea of sustainability.
And that's why we're here, is we, the 6 of us know, most of us I think feel that climate change is the most significant problem that our world is facing today. But when it hits home for someone and they realize how directly they can be impacted, that's often the best way to inspire, like, first a sense of absolute fear, and then hopefully inspiration to start making changes at the basic level, and then bigger than that after though. So.
And it definitely is inspiring too. I think a lot of what we do is grassroots, and I think that sometimes it's hard for us to also as individuals, because we also look at, you could call it the system, where a lot of people are opposed to what's going on, but then we enter these small communities and we see people doing really awesome things, and we have a strong belief that's where it starts. And what you're doing also, like the talks about the shoreline, sounds really great. And part of what we do is go along the towns in Maine and not only learn about what they do there, but we also bring along practices that other towns have done. So I think that other towns could definitely learn from what you're trying to host.